Commissioners present are Floyd McKissick, Karen Camerwright, Tommy Tucker, Donald Vandervart. I'm William Brawley. I will be chairing this meeting. First, under the State Ethics Act, I ask commissioners to be aware of any potential conflicts of interest and to disclose any if there are. There are none revealed, so the record reflect there are no conflicts of interest. We will begin our conference today. I would ask the presenters to state their names for the record, the benefit of the court recorder. Item number one.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Tommy Williamson, engineer with the Public Staff Energy Division.
Good morning. I'm Scott Wenzel, Director of Development for EDF Power Solutions, representing Macadamia Solar.
All right. I think we have some questions from some of the commissioners on this particular item, so we're going to address those before we discuss a motion. Okay, I've got Karen, Don, Tommy, are you in? Yeah. Okay, we'll go in order with seniority. Commissioner Camerwright.
Good morning. I have a few questions for whoever is best to answer the questions. I think probably representative from Macadamia is probably most appropriate, but I have reviewed the commission's order from January 5th of 2023, in which the commission approved the original CPCN for Macadamia. And the order was issued, as I mentioned, on January 5th of 2023. A renewal of the certificate is required because construction is not begun. In the application, I read that the reason that construction had not begun, I'm hoping you could provide a little bit more context, is because the PJM interconnection timeline had ended up being longer than had been anticipated back when the original CPCN was issued. Is that correct? And could you provide a little bit more context?
Yes, so that is correct, Commissioner. The project had anticipated beginning construction for a commercial operations date in 2025 or 2026 at the time of application of the original CPCN application. That was based on correspondence with PJM and with Dominion. At the time of the application, the project had not yet executed an ISA. Subsequent to that CPCN application, the project entered into an ISA with PJM and Dominion. That ISA included a backfeed or an energization date in late 2027 with a commercial operations date in the first half of 2028. Subsequently, Dominion's timeline has been delayed further. Dominion is in the process of performing final engineering studies for the interconnection facilities at the Trowbridge substation. And we expect that they will be issuing an updated schedule by the end of this year. Verbally, they've communicated that they expect to have those facilities online by the end of 2028. And so Macadamia Solar has delayed the start of its construction as a result, because we're unable to bring the project through construction to commercial operations until Dominion performs the upgrades that are required to deliver electricity to the grid.
And what is your best, assuming that the renewal certificate is issued by the commission, which is before the commission now, what is your best estimate from the information that you've been provided by PJM about when construction will actually begin?
We believe that construction on the Trowbridge substation would begin in the third or fourth quarter of next year. The off-site network upgrades for the project have already begun, and we expect construction to continue until through 2027 for those facilities.
Okay. And so when would construction of the generating facility begin, your best estimate?
We're currently targeting a start of construction in November or December of next year. And that is dependent on Dominion maintaining the current schedule that they verbally communicated to Macadamia Solar.
Then I have a couple more questions about costs of the facility. And I don't think this is going to elicit any confidential information, but if it does, let's not go there.
Okay.
Based upon the commission's order that was issued January 5th of 2023, and then also the application that's before the commission, I want to get updated information about the cost of the network upgrades, the LCOT, and the affected system costs. And what, from the commission's order approving the original certificate, the PJM network upgrade costs for macadamia were $71.5 million. Does that remain the network upgrade costs currently?
The most recent official communication from Dominion had an interconnection cost estimate of approximately $76 million.
Okay.
We are expecting those costs to change with a formal scope change that will be issued by Dominion and PJM. We believe that will be issued this month. We have not yet seen those costs.
And are you anticipating that the costs are going to be higher or lower than the $76 million that you just mentioned?
Higher.
And do you have an estimate about how much higher in the range that you are anticipating?
We have a verbal range from Dominion in the $120 to $140 million range.
Okay. And can you confirm that the cost of the network upgrades would be borne by macadamia and not by North Carolina ratepayers? Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so I think you mentioned that it could be in excess of $100 million. Is that what you stated?
That's correct.
Okay, and none of that would be paid for by North Carolina customers?
No, it would not.
Okay, and then for affected system costs, the affected system costs, I think, are based upon, and I'm going back to the order, an overload on the DEP portion of the Everett's Greenville 230 kV tie-in between Dominion and DEP. Does that remain the line that's going to be overloaded currently?
That facility is a contingent facility, meaning it must be upgraded prior to macadamia's energization.
Mm-hmm.
However, it was not assigned as an affected system, meaning macadamia is not funding that upgrade. It is, my understanding, a reliability upgrade that Duke Energy Progress is constructing, with a small portion being assigned to another AD1 cycle solar facility for funding.
So what are the affected system costs? I believe that they, in your application, you stated that they remained unchanged. And in the previous order, the affected system costs were $150,000. Can you talk about currently what the affected system costs are and what transmission line is going to be upgraded for those costs?
Yes. So no affected system costs have been assigned to macadamia solar. My understanding is that there were $150,000 was assigned to another PJM interconnection project, and I don't believe that those costs have changed.
Is that Sumac that you're referring to?
Correct.
Okay. And so currently, your testimony is that there are no affected system costs that would be borne due to this project by North Carolina customers. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. That's all the questions I have.
Commissioner Tucker.
Thank you. Sir, so did I hear you correctly? You said there would be zero cost, not $1, that will have to be spent by the utilities in North Carolina to accommodate this?
All upgrade costs that have been assigned will be billed through PJM to Macadamia Solar. So the utilities are funding the upgrades, and we are they're paying for the costs directly, and we are reimbursing them for those costs.
So any work done to accommodate this site or the other one, the upgrades, PJM is reimbursing the cost for all of that?
The Macadamia Solar is funding all upgrade costs for the interconnection of this project, yes.
Yeah, that's easy to say. I just don't know whether I trust that or not because it could be added on, something could change, you know, you got a pie in the sky construction date. I suppose you're doing this to get in front of the January 2027 deadline of no tax credit. Would that not be the case as well?
We would like to bring this facility on as early as possible. We had originally intended to have the project fully constructed in 2026. And the only reason that we have not yet begun construction is because of the delays with the network upgrades.
Okay, but still, with those timelines, not your fault, PJM's interconnection, et cetera, you're still pushing this through at this time or asking for this at this time so that you can get under the window of the tax credits, correct?
Correct. The project will benefit from federal tax credits.
Okay, all right. You know, I got a burr under my saddle anyway about this because you using our land, using our utility, there's going to be some cost somewhere for North Carolina ratepayers, and all the electrons are going to Dominion and Virginia, correct?
The project is interconnecting onto the PJM system, which the portion in North Carolina is managed and maintained by Dominion. Dominion is not a customer for the power. We're marketing the power to a number of customers with facilities across PJM.
Okay, so you're moving the electrons to multiple states or Virginia only?
We don't yet have a customer for the power. And so the electrons could flow where they flow onto
Well,
the
we
PJM
need the
system.
electrons. Can we be the customer for the power?
I'm sorry, Commissioner, I don't understand.
We need the electrons in North Carolina, and the solar site is on North Carolina soil. Can we be a customer for the 484 megawatts?
We're actively marketing to a number of customers, including customers with large footprints here in North Carolina, including Dominion, who is utility serving load in North Carolina.
So you're saying that there are customers in North Carolina that will receive a benefit from this solar farm in North Carolina?
We don't yet have a customer for the power.
Right.
The power will be delivered to the power grid here in North Carolina. Yes.
Be delivered to the power grid, and it could be transferred to Virginia or other states should you have customers, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You know, I mean, we need it, and you're transferring it out of state. It's kind of like your wife living with you in North Carolina and dating a guy in Virginia. You wouldn't be okay with that. I'm not okay with you generating power here in North Carolina and then transferring it out of state. It just, it doesn't fit well with me that this is that. You mentioned a term, scope of change. Define that a little more, because that's that gray variable that I have some issues with.
Commissioner, within our ISA, which is the Interconnection Services Agreement with Dominion and PJM, that document outlines a scope of work. It includes both upgrades to the Trowbridge substation as well as offsite network upgrades that the facility will fund directly and that are required to be in service prior to the energization of Macadamia Solar. Through the course of Dominion's engineering, they've determined that some additional work must occur at the Trowbridge substation. Those additional upgrades will be captured in what's called a scope change document, which will formally amend the Interconnection Services Agreement by all parties. It will outline a new schedule and any additional costs that are required for the project to fund.
But DEP will not be required to be involved in that scope of work change?
No, they will not.
Okay, so basically you're marketing to PJM and Dominion Is that what I'm hearing in your agreements?
As the project is located within the PJM interconnection region, yes, we're marketing to customers and utilities within and across PJM.
Okay, and, you know, in the document we have, they say the upgrades have not changed since the issuance of the original CPCN. And now you're telling me there are going to be changes and additional changes, and they said that you had already upgraded the permits, the certificates, and the approvals necessary for the CPN. Where does that fall, that language?
So the network upgrades have not changed. There will be additional on-site upgrades at the Trowbridge substation. My understanding is that Dominion originally planned to expand that substation to accommodate the interconnection of Macadamia Solar. It's now likely that they will relocate that substation several hundred feet and expand it. And that's based on their engineering and environmental constraints, namely wetlands that are nearby. And so the language that you're referencing remains true. There are no additional network upgrades. Those have not changed. They're continuing to be funded by Macadamia Solar. It's a technical change in how Dominion intends to connect the project to the power grid.
Okay, well, you seem very knowledgeable. I appreciate your comments and your background on that. I regret we can't have some of the megawatts, since we need them here, right on the edge of our border, but, so be it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Vandermark.
Just a couple of clarifying questions first. So did Macadamia get bought out by EDF Renewables? Do I have that right?
Yes, sir. I work for EDF Power Solutions, formerly known as EDF Renewables, and we purchased Macadamia Solar in January of 2023.
And you said you don't have any contracts for your power right now?
We've been actively marketing the project.
Right,
and
but do you have any right now?
we have not executed.
Can you
it.
get financing when you don't have any contracts for power?
No, we can't.
So you don't have financing.
Not yet. No.
So can you tell me why we should approve, what about this project benefits North Carolinians under our requirements to, before we issue you a CPCN, there are a certain number of requirements. I understand where this might benefit you if you could find some customers and then you could find some financing and you can manage to build this thing, you manage to make it work. That might be okay for you, but how about for, we're not here for you. We're here for North Carolina ratepayers. So could you give me a couple of reasons why this is a good deal for North Carolinians?
Yes, sir. This project will bring, enormous benefits to Washington County. We expect to pay over $25 million in local property taxes through the life of this facility.
That's if you find customers?
Those are not customers' facility, no. Those are,
No, I mean, you're not going to pay that $25 million if you don't have any customers.
no, we would not. No.
Okay, so this is we're gonna go la la land here, and we're gonna say we've got all kinds of customers. We're gonna build a 0.5 gigawatt of intermittent energy, and if all that happens, Washington County will benefit. Is that what you're saying? Any other benefits besides this $25 million of fictitious revenues?
So I understand this project is located in a corner of North Carolina that is connected to PJM. Majority of the state is not. There are North Carolinians that take power from Dominion in that portion of North Carolina. Macadamia Solar coming onto the local grid will deliver electrons to PJM. Some of those electrons will be used locally. Benefit by injecting into the local system there. It will contribute to reliability and help to lower costs.
Thank you very much.
Commissioner McKissick.
Just want to have one question for purposes of clarification. It was stated in the petition here and in our order, proposed order, that according to Macadamia, the estimated costs North Carolina ratepayers are expected to pay for affected systems upgrade have not changed since the issuance of the original CPCN. Now, in going back to what was originally estimated, it was my understanding that was $150,000. Now, is that figure still remain accurate, or for purposes of clarification, I want to make sure the record is clear in terms of where that stands today. I think at one point in response to Commissioner Commercial, you indicated it would be 0. So if I misunderstood your response, if you could clarify it just for the record.
Yes. Thank you, Commissioner. Macadamia Solar has been assigned as a contingent facility, the Everett to Greenville upgrade by Duke Energy Progress. Macadamia Solar was not assigned any upgrade costs for the construction of that facility. There is a separate solar interconnection, Sumac Solar, which was previously owned by EDF Power Solutions, that was assigned $150,000 to contribution towards that upgrade. Again, the upgrade must be constructed prior to Macadamia Solar energizing onto the power grid. And so the $150,000 is the contribution that third parties must make towards the affected system upgrade in order for Macadamia Solar to energize. However, Macadamia Solar was not assigned any of those costs directly.
And does that 150,000 remain unchanged at this time?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I've got it.
I was just going to recommend, Mr. Chair, that we displace this item from our agenda, move it upstairs for discussion. Sure.
Okay.
Excuse me, Commissioner Camerot's recognized for the second time.
Couple of follow-up questions, and related to questions from Commissioner Tucker. I'm going to refer to the ordering paragraphs of the previous CPCN order, which was ordering paragraph 1.3, and that ordering paragraph, and I just want to, can you confirm that you're aware of this and intend to continue to comply with it? But it states that the applicant shall file with this commission in this docket any significant revisions and the cost estimates for the construction of the facility itself, interconnection facilities, network upgrades, or affected system upgrades, or any other significant changes in costs within 30 days of becoming aware of such revisions. Are you aware of that requirement?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And the commission has also issued a separate order requiring all merchant plant facilities to provide any updates about significant changes in costs. Are you aware of that as well?
Yes, I am aware of that. And we did file in July commensurate with that order.
Okay. And then finally, in relating to questions from Commissioner Vanderbart about the need for the power from the facility, can you just talk briefly about need for power in the PJM region?
Yes. Across PJM, we're seeing a very rapid buildup of manufacturing and data centers. And as a result, many of the utilities across PJM, as they work through their planning processes, are identifying very large multi-gigawatt year-over-year increases in demand on their transmission systems. We are also speaking directly with a number of data center, IT, and manufacturing companies located across PJM, namely in Virginia and North Carolina, with planned facilities in PJM that are looking to secure power for those facilities.
Thank you.
Commissioner Tucker for the second time. Okay. Doesn't actually require a motion. The chair orders this be displaced and placed on the agenda for the executive committee. Item 2.
Thank you.
If y'all will excuse me for a moment, I'm going to pass the gavel to Commissioner McKissick.
Item 2, next is on our agenda. Docket number W-218, sub 642. You can identify yourself for purposes of the record.
Good morning, Evan Hauser, engineer with the Public Staff, Water, Sewer, Transportation, and Telephone Division.
Hey, Ruffin Poole, Director of Development and Regulatory Affairs, Aqua, North Carolina.
Item 2, filed by Aqua North Carolina, Inc., is a verified petition pursuant to NCGS Section 62-133.11, requesting authority to amend its tariff to pass along the increased cost of purchased water from the Fayetteville Public Works Commission in 18 subdivisions in Cumberland County, North Carolina. The public staff has reviewed the petition and recommends the commission issue an order approving the tariff revision.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Commissioner Tucker? Oh. Okay. Commissioner Cameron?
I was just going to make a motion to approve, and then we can have Commissioner Tucker's questions. So make a motion to approve based upon public staff's recommendation.
Okay. Commissioner Tucker?
Just one simple question. Mr. Poole, this dollar for dollar is just a pass-through cost, right?
Pass-through costs, and there's a slight adjustment for administrative purposes too, on our benefit.
What percentage adjustment is the administrative cost adjustment?
Just one second, I'll have Dean Gearhart, who works with Aqua.
I don't know. I just didn't see that.
It's the North Carolina Utilities Commission regulatory fee.
Okay. Okay. Very well. Thank you. That's all, Commissioner McKissick.
Okay, Chair Brawley, a motion has been appropriately made. I will go ahead and second it for purposes of the record. I think it's up to you, sir, to go ahead and carry that motion.
Actually, sir, why don't you finish this item and then I'll resume the chair.
Okay. All in favor indicate by saying aye. All opposed, nay. Let the record reflect it passed unanimously.
Okay. So we're at item 3.
Yes.
Item 3. Tommy? She's gone. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Jesse Dongera, an engineer with the Public Staff, Water, Sewer, Transportation, and Telephone Division.
Chuck Junis with Carolina Water Service of North Carolina.
Item 3, docket number W-354, sub 461. Carolina Water Service of North Carolina filed an application for authority to amend its tariffs to increase the rates for the increased cost of purchased water from the city of Winston-Salem to serve Yorktown service area in Forsyth County, North Carolina. Public staff has reviewed the application and recommends the commission issue an order approving the proposed tariff revision.
Move the item is recommended by public staff, subject to any technical and substantive revisions of the final order.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner McKissick, second by Commissioner Camerite to approve the item. Is there any questions?
Yes, sir.
Senator, excuse me. Commissioner Tucker.
Thank you, Chair. Representative of Carolina Water, you're with them. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct, Commissioner
Okay.
Tucker.
What administrative cost is there involved in this cost? Now, Aqua has an administrative pass-through cost. I was informed that if you increase it 50 cents, that you get some sort of administrative cost. I'm just trying to understand. There's no change in billing, no new computer system needed. You just put the numbers in and that's it. Do you have an administrative cost, or are you giving the ratepayers a break?
So we did not adjust here for any administrative costs. There
Great.
is a regulatory fee, but there was no roundup for us. So we actually chose not to make any adjustment for the regulatory fee here.
Great, good for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Further discussion? So many as favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 4.
Item 4, docket number W 218, sub 273. Aqua North Carolina filed a petition for cancellation of its certificate of public convenience and necessity to provide water and sewer utility service to Sienna subdivision in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. The public staff has reviewed the petition and recommends that the commission issue an order canceling the franchise.
Okay.
Move the item as recommended by public staff, second the technical non-substantive provisions of the final order.
Motion by Commissioner McKissick, second by Commissioner Camerite to approve the item. Mr. Poole, would you identify yourself, please?
Yes, sir. Ruffin Poole, Director of Development, Regulatory Affairs, Aqua, North Carolina.
Thank you, sir. Any questions? Hearing none, so many in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5.
Good morning. I'm Thomas Wolcott, engineer with the Public Staff, Water, Sewer, Transportation, and Telephone Division. Item number 5 is docket W-218 sub 633. Aqua North Carolina, Inc. filed an application for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to provide water and sewer utility service to the Belmead Grove subdivision in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, and for approval of rates. Public staff has reviewed the application and recommends that the commission issue an order granting the franchise and approving the proposed rates.
Move the item as recommended by public staff, subject to any technical non-substantive provisions in the final order.
Motion by Commissioner McKissick, second by Commissioner Cameride to approve the item. Are there any questions? Hearing none, so many in favor say aye. Opposed? The item carries.
Thank you.
Minutes.
Move approval and adoption of the minutes as presented.
Motion by Commissioner McKissick, second by Commissioner Cameride to approve the amendments. Or excuse me, the minutes. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Minutes are adopted. Are there any other items for the commission at this time? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Up. Oh, there is one more. Okay.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Darrell Brown with the Public Staff Accounting Division. It is my privilege to welcome the newest employee in the Accounting Division, Bailey Donnelly. Bailey comes to us with over 6.5 years of accounting and audit experience at E&Y, Ernst & Young, where she worked in the power and utilities sector. Bailey is a graduate has a Bachelor of Accountancy from the University of San Diego and is working on her CPA, towards her CPA. I'd like to introduce to you Bailey Donnelly.
Ms. Donnelly, welcome to the Utilities Commission and
you.
Public Staff. Would you like to tell us a little about yourself?
Gosh.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay, I was not prepared for that. I was
Okay, all right. Welcome.
Thank you.
Is there any further business? If hearing none, we are adjourned.